Okay, so I have so many quotes that, or ideas, or things that I've pulled from podcasts or books or along my journey that have just been sitting in my notes app. And what good are they just in my notes app? So I thought I'd share them here, chat about how they relate to my journey, and see where it goes. So the first one that I ever wrote was, no healing ever occurs in the presence of judgment and frustration. And this one was so huge for me because the inner critic is something that I struggle with huge. Like, that bitch is loud and opinionated and not always easy to tell her to like go sit down and we're trying something new today? So when I feel stuck, or I feel like, I was talking this weekend about how we're on this journey, right? Or I'm on this journey of becoming who I want to be. And I have the ideas and the thoughts of what that looks like, but my actions and sometimes my beliefs are so deeply rooted in the old that I feel like there's this line to cross over to get to the new, to get to the healing, the change, the growth. And they say healing isn't linear, and of course, nothing in this life is. And sometimes I just feel like I'm like swerving back and forth of that line to becoming new, becoming, creating the change, and just like swerving back to where I'm stuck in judgment and fear and what was it? And frustration with myself about like this part of the journey when I want it to look like this. Like, it's like I have the awareness, right? We have this awareness, and it's not so simple to just say, okay, I realize this about myself and now I'm ready to change. It's like there's so much time between the awareness and the change, and being patient in the process. I just recorded a meditation about patience and patience with yourself, and also keeping persistent while having patience, because it takes time. And I know for me, I have this pattern, tendency, cyclical cycle that I go through that is like, I am ready, right? I'm determined. I am focused, and then things don't go the way that I want them to, or I'm not seeing the results that I want to in like 3 days, let's be realistic. And it makes me give up. It makes me feel like, well, there's no point to this. So coming back, we're going to circle back to, no healing ever occurs in the presence of judgment and frustration. So finding that peace, finding that patience within yourself to know, hey, I have the awareness. Healing isn't linear. I'm going to get there eventually, but I have to put in the work. Like, I have to be steadfast on that work. And another thing that I wrote in here, it's so funny how, like, these are just things that I have, there's no timeline to what I've written down, but so many of them tie in together. And one of them is, the things that help the most are often the hardest to do. And it's so true. Like, sitting down to meditation, the resistance is so real sometimes. It's just like, I would rather go run like 8 miles than sit down and do a meditation sometimes. And it's like, the things that you have the most resistance to is your sign that you notice the resistance and do it freaking anyway. Like those little ideas or thoughts, like I have been telling myself when I feel or when I get that creativity spark, when I get that, oh, I should make a video about this, or oh, that's a great idea, I should create this, or instead of waiting and just thinking about it, like stop right there and do it. Like stop putting it on hold and going and doing something that you feel is more important or feels more comfortable, and do the hard thing. That is the path to get to where your future self is waiting for you. Um, let's see, what's another one? It's a practice. There are years and years of programming that you are unprogramming, that you are rewiring, thoughts, ideas, beliefs that you're rewiring. Have patience with yourself. Like, again, if we can't tell, I have been thinking about patience and how I so freely give it to other people when the person that deserves patience the most and understanding and empathy and all of it is myself, because that inner judge and that inner critic and the frustration that I have with myself on my journey, that is what holds me back. So patience, patience, working patience. Here's another one. The healing journey requires courage to look at yourself, your choices, your life, and the role you play in the situations you continue to experience. So I feel like it's also this balance of taking responsibility for your actions and your life as where it is today, and not letting that responsibility consume you, not letting that responsibility that you're taking pull you into a victim mindset that has you sitting and thinking, woe is me, life was so terrible, everything is so hard, nobody understands what I'm going through, and this is why I am the way I am. And just stopping there. Finding the balance between accountability and action to move forward. It's the chef's kiss. When I find it, I will tell you. That journey is forever. The moment you can stop blaming, hating, and judging yourself and others, you will begin to welcome change in your life. So it's taking that accountability, understanding the role you play in your life, and not bringing blame on yourself. And I'm not saying any of this is easy. I'm bringing it to your awareness so maybe you can alchemize it within yourself, and I'm trying to do the same thing. So we're in this together. Well, let's do one more. Feelings are not facts. Make a different choice, get a different life. And I feel like this also comes in with the patience. It's like, have patience with your feelings of frustration, have patience with your feelings of this is never going to happen. Have patience with changing beliefs about yourself and your life, and have patience with how you speak to yourself, and take a minute in the beginning and middle and end of your day to just breathe. Just be with yourself and breathe, and see what happens when you spend a little bit of quality time with the most important person in your life, and that's you. If you like this, let me know. This like little impromptu look into the notes section on my phone. And yeah, I'll probably be back for more. There's a bunch of meditations I do a bunch of guided meditations. Maybe if you need that big deep breath in the morning or at night, you take 10 minutes and hit play on one of those meditations and see where it takes you. And don't be afraid to write in your journal about it. Until next time, I will see you. Thank you so much.